Hi, my name is Samuel Rodríguez, and I'm an illustrator specializing in digital portraits. Throughout my career, I've worked across several platforms such as public art, museums and galleries, corporations, and media. My current portrait style stems from a mixture of my graffiti background and my fine art studies. I'm particularly interested in representing today's cultural melting pot. In order to convey this hybridity, I use typography, shapes, and color. When arranged in particular combinations, these elements can expand the story and expression of a certain subject. Procreate is the most intuitive tool that you can use in order to combine these elements in harmony. In this Domestika course, I will show you how to expand the expression of a portrait by combining typographical elements and abstract shapes through Procreate. As a final project, you'll create a digital portrait that's suitable for personal or commercial use. To do this, we're going to talk about the main tool we will use, which is Procreate. And then we will gather information that we can use as a reference to guide us through our final portrait. After that, we will focus on searching for typography, shapes, and color. I'll show you how to combine the lettering, portraiture, and abstract shapes. We'll do several thumbnail sketches, and then we will narrow down our choices, and we'll get a better idea of what our final composition will look like. I will show you how to create a new layer and develop our color palette based on the references that we gathered. After doing this, it will be time to narrow our color choices and apply our final color palette onto our illustration. We'll transfer the rough to final and start drawing the larger shapes that create the architecture of the portrait. After having a decent sketch of our face, we can start adding color and we'll begin to see our illustration come to life. The next step will be to create a new layer on top of the portrait that we drew and start adding the typography and abstract elements. Then we will do the final touches on the illustration and we will begin to merge all of these things together by adding shadow and dimension. After that, we'll begin talking about file usage, how you can create a time-lapse recording, and how to share your process and final piece on social media. Finally, we will export the file to Photoshop and I will add a filter and a slight level adjustment that will give the illustration its own personality. By the end of the course, you will have learned how to go beyond the expression of a portrait. For this course, you will need some drawing skills, which includes some understanding of facial anatomy. Also, you will need to be geared up with an iPad Pro, Procreate app, and an Apple Pencil. Expand the boundaries of your digital portraits with extra layers of expression.